Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I'm going to jump right into it. And first, I want to start with reminding everyone that this coming Tuesday, November 2nd, is Election Day in Pittsfield for our municipal elections, City Council, School Committee, and City Clerk, which is she's running unopposed, Michelle Benjamin. But please take the time to make sure you participate in this election. Our local elections are so important to everyday life in Pittsfield. And as many of you know, a lot of the things being discussed this year are the bike lanes on North Street, crime in the city, homelessness, which is one that I'm very passionate about, and I feel like we're falling way behind on that issue. But a lot of big issues that we've been discussing for the past couple of years, and now is a time to make sure that your voice is heard. And believe me, it does matter. And then you really need to stay engaged. But first step is participating in this local election. Know who your ward counselor is, know who your at-large counselors are, and know who's running for school committee. And this could be a great year for change and bringing in some new ideas, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So pay attention. I've done interviews with almost all the candidates. I'm finishing up. Yesterday I continued a few more. In another hour or two I have some more. So I'm trying to get everybody running for city council on there, and I've reached out to a few of the school committee candidates that will be coming on also. So I'm excited about that because, you know, the schools are another one. Violence in our schools has been talked about a lot. I have a lot of data that I have acquired, and I know a few of you saw where one of our school committee members, Dr. Bill Cameron, commented openly on my page saying that basically I was exaggerating the magnitude of the situation with violence in the schools. And I acquired a lot of data on that shows exactly where we are. So I'm going to stand by what I said, and I have all the data to back that. I'll be doing a video on that as soon as possible, hopefully before the election, maybe Monday, the day before. But most importantly is to get all the candidate interviews done so all of you can get a chance to hear from these candidates and make your decision based on that. So anyways, make sure you vote next Tuesday, November 2nd. It is crucial. Another big thing that we've seen in the news lately is there was a bust the other day with some weapons that were taken off the street. And I did notice in that article, the investigation, it appeared to start with a school resource officer who helped lead the investigation, and then there was many other departments involved in that. But that just validates my point in how important a resource officer is, how important it is to have a trained professional in the schools, and not to just bust people or arrest people, to have a trained professional there in the event that they're needed, and then of course build a healthy relationship with our students and our police department, because we have to start building that bridge. I saw a post where one of our officers also went in and talked to students about the effects of drug use, the opioid crisis, the role of our police, and it was Lieutenant John Sewells who went into one of the schools. I believe he went into PHS and talked to some of the students. And that was incredible to see that, because that is so healthy to building that gap. And some of the questions I've noticed reading that post, some of the questions the students asked was about the mental health status of our police officers after dealing with a lot of the stuff that they deal with. And that is a very important topic that often doesn't get discussed, and should, because it takes a special person to serve in law enforcement. That's not an easy job by any means. Now, I've never been a police officer. I've done ride-alongs with police, not here in Pittsfield. I used to work for the Fraternal Order of Police as a fundraiser. I worked directly for some of their lodges, and had the opportunity to do ride-alongs with officers and saw things that I wouldn't want to deal with. So the stresses of that job are more than real. You're seeing things from crimes to car accidents to overdoses. You're seeing people at their most vulnerable. You're seeing people angry. It's generally not good things that you're seeing, and the mental health of our officers is crucial. And they need to know also that the community supports them in what they do. And I think it's great that Officer Sewell's reached out and is part of the solution, part of building that bridge between our youth and our police officers, because many of those students he's talking to, maybe that relationship that he's building, some of those students will go on to become our next generation of police officers. So I feel that that's super important. And that's also why I'm a big proponent of school resource officers. The role that they play is crucial from so many different points of view. So if you hadn't seen that, I think the local paper did a piece on that, but the Pittsfield Police Department did post on their Facebook page about the gun bust and the different law enforcement agencies and officers that were involved in that. So check that out if you haven't. I do have a bunch of interviews coming up. Like I said, the next ones coming up are Dina Lampiazzi, our Ward 6 counselor, Kevin Sherman, who's running uncontested for Ward 3, our at-large counselor, Yuki Cohen, and then some school committee candidates. And I'm trying to, if I can organize it, last minute, I'm running out of time and energy, but I'm trying to get as many of the candidates together in one video for our city council to see if I can do some kind of forum. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off before Election Day, but I'm going to try my best. So anyway, that is it for now. Make sure you get out and vote. Check out the videos if you're interested in the candidates. I also did a great video with Dasheen Moore about the Beat the Streets program. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Dasheen and I are going to organize a trash pickup in the West Side coming up in the next few weeks. And again, a great thing to do for the community, picking up trash, but also getting community together and engaging with each other and starting that process, because that's something I feel that, again, the city has avoided. I just feel like the outreach to the community, getting people engaged actively, is something we're not doing very well at. The Mayor's At Home in Pittsfield project. I'm going to mention that. So I guess that isn't it for now. There's just a couple more things. The Mayor's At Home in Pittsfield project, she recently announced that she's putting $500,000 from the ARPA funds into that. I originally, when the program was mentioned, I supported the program. I did not support the money coming from the PETA account. I just did not feel that that was fair to all the residents. That money is for economic development. I know some people argue that that was economic development, but I was not a fan of that coming from that account. Using the ARPA funds, as long as that money is being used wisely to benefit the entire city and all the residents, I'm okay with that. $500,000, even that is shy. When you look at the cost of materials right now, one of the things that stood out to me in the article the local publication did about one resident having a new roof put on and some back porch work at a cost of $25,000, which floored me for the roof. I absolutely floored me. I do know that material costs are at an all-time high right now, and we're going through a phase of hyperinflation, and it's bad. I mean, I noticed it myself. Last time I went grocery shopping last week, I was in shock at how much the cost of things have risen. The cost of things that a lot of us took for granted, at least me: chicken, cereal, coffee, pet food. That's went up considerably. So I was really shocked. I mean, my grocery bill went up $80 or $90 for the exact same stuff, and we're seeing that climbing. So that leads right into the final thing I want to mention, and that's homelessness in the community. Another thing we have been avoiding and avoiding and avoiding. And I know a lot of people have the point of view that it's a national epidemic. It is. We're seeing nationally homelessness on the rise. But my point of view, as many of you know on that, has always been with every issue. I don't like it's happening somewhere else. I get it's connected. It's a serious issue. But we need to focus on our own community right now. That's where you start. You start by working on problems in your own backyard. And we have a city of, according to the last census, nearly 44,000 people. And we have a homelessness population of around 100. Very manageable. The fact that what's happening at Springside Park is still happening is unbelievable to me. It really is. And I'm very compassionate to people in homelessness. I was a person in homelessness for 4 years myself. Long time ago when I was young, and I know my situation is different than what you see today. I guess, it is a different world. That was a long time ago. But homelessness is homelessness, period. But what you're seeing at Springside Park, I went up there, and after some more pictures were sent to me of another person who saw someone comment on one of the posts, and he said, hey, I've been going up there for 20 years. I picked mushrooms. And Springside Park was always one of my favorite places to go through the park. And he was sending me pictures of holes that have been dug full of human waste and toilet paper. One of them had a couple needles in there. Not acceptable. I can't believe we're allowing this behavior to continue. We're not doing any service to the community. We're not doing any service to residents that want to use the park. We know that during a trash pickup a few weeks ago, a volunteer was jabbed with a needle, picking up a trash bag. It was a bag full of needles. There's so many issues like that. And then, of course, the people living there, how are we doing them any service? By not providing them the right avenues to get out of that. And that's where we're really failing. It is illegal to have an open container of alcohol in a public park. It is illegal to do heroin in a public park. It is illegal to smoke a cigarette, I believe, in a public park. So the city has known this has been going on for quite some time, and they're just kicking that can down the road. We're coming into what most are predicting going to be a horrible winter. Are we going to wait for more deaths in that park? We've had people die in that park already over the last couple of years. I can't believe we're going to just keep doing this. So I hope that the mayor jumps on that one and finally does something about this. That has to be addressed, period. That can no longer go on. It can't. And, it just, that's it, bottom line. It has to be addressed. There's no way around that anymore. And believe me, I'm very compassionate to people in homelessness. But when you're not providing proper channels and offering assistance, what we're doing right now is enabling a horrible lifestyle in the middle of one of our parks, and residents are furious about it. The gentleman who sent me the message about wanting, he said, I can't go up there anymore. What I saw was disgusting. I'd never pick another mushroom out of there again. And here we are in a pandemic that's happening. And it's been known. It's not a secret. It's not like the city doesn't know. We've had politicians a year and a half ago or visit the park, do their little tour. The mayor was in there. It's still happening. Some of the same people. That's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable and completely unacceptable. So those are the big issues going on. And that's why getting out this coming Tuesday, November 2nd, to vote is crucial. So please, people, pay attention, take the time, 15, 20 minutes out of your day next Tuesday and go vote. And check out all the candidate interviews I've done. They're listed on the website. There's a tab. It says Pittsfield Elections, Know Your Candidates. click that. They're all listed on there. You can find them all on the Facebook page also, or on the YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, do so. But there's all the videos are on there as well. So again, for the 10th time, that is it for now. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. Tonight at the Madison Cafe, live entertainment. If you're vaccinated and you feel comfortable going out, it's a very cool venue. There's a band playing tonight. Funny name. They're called the Swinging Johnsons. It's rock music. Very cool. Check that out tomorrow night at the GEAA. And I'm going to do a short video with these guys today. A band called the SROs, which they put on a great production, a full production, whole deal. There's a big stage, props, really fun, exciting show. That's tomorrow night at the GEAA. You can check that out too. So now that is it for now. Everyone have a great Friday, and I will catch you all over the weekend.